But now, honey, I'm not pressed to be nobody's friend. I ride by myself because I'm not following after nobody in order for them to like me. If you don't like me, then keep it going. If you don't like me the way I am, deuces. Like, I don't need you. Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel, DOTV. If you are new, nice to meet you. My name is Anaya, and if you're not new, thank you for clicking back on me. You know I truly appreciate the support. As you guys read the title, I'll be giving you guys 10 signs to show that you have a fake friend. Now, if these signs, if your friend has more than 2 of these signs, then I think you should either talk to them or cut them off, because baby, we don't do fake friends over here. We don't. Nope. I'm about to give you 10 signs, but to be honest, I can go on and on and on about signs of a fake friend because I've been through it, and I'm sure all of you guys out there been through it, because once in a lifetime we all had a fake friend. So without further ado, I'm about to get this video started. So I wrote down all the 10 signs that I'll be telling you guys on my other phone, so I'm about to read them right now. The first one is if they don't support what you do or either flip your ideas into their ideas, seeing you as competition. What that means is basically like if you like have like a, let's say, a clothing business or a shoe business or any other business, like if you make a YouTube or something, and if your friend doesn't support you, then that means that they're not your friend. Like if you say, hey, can you subscribe to my channel? Can you buy something from my company? And they don't buy nothing from you or subscribe to your channel, that means that they're a fake friend. I'm sorry to tell you, but they are. If they don't support you, then they're fake, because a real friend will support everything you do. Like with me, if I have a friend that has a business, who has a YouTube channel, anything, I'm gonna let them do whatever they need to do to get to the top, and I'm going to help them out. I'm going to do anything in my power for them to be at the highest level, because that's just me. I like to support everybody that I really love and that I genuinely care about. But if they're not supporting what you do, they're not your friend. The other thing that I say is if they flip your ideas into their ideas. Now, I had a friend like this. Let's say you wanted to do, I don't know, like sell perfumes or sell body lotions, and if your friend like ends up turning it around and say, hey, I want to sell it as well, that means that they see you as competition. If your friend is like that, cut them off, because that means that they're fake and they're jealous of you, so they want to do anything that you do so they can get as much credit as you. The second one is if they talk behind your back or let other people talk about you. Meaning if like somebody say, let's give it an example, like I have like a best friend or something, and then she with a girl who so-called don't like me, and she be like, I don't like a night outfit, I don't like her at all, and then your friend just sitting there not defending your name. If you're a real friend, you'll be like, okay, why don't you like my friend? That's my friend, so I'm not gonna let you talk about her. But if your friend is letting somebody talk about you, then they're not your friend, because real friends, they defend the person's name when they're not there. But if your friend goes back, or your so-called friend goes back to you and say, hey, this person talked about you, did you defend my name? No. If they didn't defend your name, then that means that they're fake, because real friends, like I said, will defend your name, and they'll be like, hey, that's my friend, don't talk about her while I'm here, and don't ever bring up her name ever again. The third one is if they only call you when they need something, meaning you're giving them all while they give you nothing in return. Your friend can be going through a breakup or anything, like any personal problems, and they be like, girl, I need you, and you're there all the time. And then like it's like when you need them, they're not there. That shows that they're a fake friend, because friends, they be there for each other. It's not just one way and the person is not giving back the same energy. But the friends give each other the same energy. If your friend only calls you when they need something, but when you need something they not there for you, then that's not your friend, baby, because if that's your friend, you're supposed to call them anytime you have a problem. The fourth thing is when they always seem to put you down or don't have any encouragement. So I don't know, they could be planning to be like, girl, oh my god, that outfit is so ugly. Like if they just constantly like just talk it down, and you'll just be like, oh, you're not going to do that, you're not going to be able to get that, or you're not going to be able to, anything like that. Like they're saying something to put you down, that's not your friend, because a friend uplifts you. They be like, yeah, girl, do whatever you gotta do, get on your grind. They'll like push you to, you know, do whatever you gotta do. But if they not pushing you to do whatever you gotta do, or they talking like down on you, then that's not your friend. Number 5, we have to be the emotional punching bag, and this can mean 2 things. The first is when they keep repeatedly doing something you told them not to do, which is very toxic. So for example, like they could do something that's very annoying. So what's annoying that I don't like? Okay, so for example, like if I have a friend that like talks about other people and I say, hey, don't do that, I don't like that, and they constantly keep doing it, then I'm going to feel like you're not my real friend because I told you once not to do it and you're still doing it. Or also like if I had a friend that like, I don't know, was like always saying something negative, because I like positive. I don't like negative people in my energy. I like for everybody to be positive. Like they keep saying negative things all the time, it's gonna make me mad. I'm gonna be like, hey, can you stop doing that? And they keep constantly talking negative, then no. And the second thing is if you always have to listen to their problems all the time, or they're mostly just talking about themselves. Now if your friend is selfish and just constantly talk about themselves, that's not your friend, because your friend will be asking you how you are. They want to know about you as well. But if they just constantly keep talking about themselves all the time and don't ask nothing about you, that's not your friend. I'm sorry. The sixth thing is if they easily get ballistic off of bad behavior or poor decisions they make when they're just trying to help. Like for example, like you can have a friend and y'all in school and then like your friend probably like try to skip or something, or don't try to do their work, or always trying to fight somebody, and you be like, hey, that's not a good idea to skip, because you know you gotta do your work and you gotta get out of school, you gotta pass and all that. And if they feel like it's good to always skip or do something that's like really wild, and you tell them not to do it because it's not good, and they constantly keep doing it, or they get mad because you're telling them that it's not the right thing, that's not your friend. Because a real friend, you could tell them anything. Like your real friends will actually tell you what is wrong. So if you get mad off of that, then that means you're not a real friend. What you do if you are a real friend is that you change it. If they don't like it, you change it. And if it's something bad, you change it, because your friend can keep you out of a lot of trouble. A lot of people that I told not to do certain things and they end up doing it anyways, and they ended up being in a position they didn't want to, but it's because they didn't listen to me. If you so-called have a real friend, they will tell you if you're in the wrong or if you're not in the wrong. So if you get mad because they're telling you something, you think that they're being judgmental or controlling you, then no, because it's a difference between controlling somebody and actually telling somebody what is right and what is wrong. The other thing is if they use something that hurt you as a funny joke, which most likely that's how they really feel. Like for example, you can, let's say, what's a funny joke? For example, maybe you can have a friend that has more money than you, or like more clothes, and they always like say it as a joke, like, girl, that's why I got more money than you, that's why you don't have as much as me, blah 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 blah. Like if they keep constantly using stuff to hurt you, or like if they use like one of your biggest secrets all the time and just play around with it, then that means that they're not your real friend, because they really see you as that, and that's the truth. If a person constantly keep joking about a secret or a personal thing that you do not like, that's not your friend, because a real friend wouldn't do that. They wouldn't be telling your deepest secrets or joking about your personal issues as a joke, because it's not a joke. Because as soon as y'all not friends, watch they tell all your business. I'm telling y'all, I have been through all of this. I tell people my personal secrets. They either play around with it, they joke about it, and I knew that they was serious, but I still was dumb enough to be their friend. That's why I'm letting you guys know now, and I'm letting you guys know these tips. Before, I would seek a lot of red flags with people, but I was still happen to end up being their friend because I cared about them. But it doesn't matter how much you care about a person. If they're being toxic or if they're not being real with you, then you have to cut them off. The eighth thing is if they spread rumors or gossip too much. Basically, like if they have like other friends and they tell you all the time, or tell other people like, oh girl, Becky, blah 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 blah, Sandy or Sarah, blah 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 blah. Like they just constantly gossip about what like happened like in the last second, the last minute, the last hour. Like if they keep just like constantly gossiping about stuff, that's not a real friend, because most definitely if you're not there, they're talking about your gossip to other people. So you gotta pay attention to that. If a friend is constantly talking about somebody with you or with other friends about somebody else that's their so-called friend, they're not a real friend, because real friends don't talk about other people's business to other friends that they don't know or that they do know, but they still happen to tell their business. The thing is, if you have to fake your personality in order for them to like you, and if they always peer pressure you to do troubling things. Now this I can really relate off of, and I'm sure y'all can relate off of it too. They could be like, hey girl, let's skip today, or hey girl, let's go over a party that your parents already told you no to. Now, if they keep constantly like peer pressure you to keep doing it, then that's not your friend. Because a real friend, you'll be like, hey, my parents told me I couldn't go, or something like I wasn't able to do it because of a certain situation. They'll be like, okay, I understand, maybe next time. But they be like, no girl, don't listen to your parents, do what you want to do, and all that type of stuff. They're not your real friend, because that friend is going to get you in trouble, and 9 times out of 10 they're not going to care if you get in trouble, because usually they don't care about themselves. So if you get in trouble, they're not going to care. They're just probably going to make up a lie like, oh, I didn't do it, she wanted to do it. Nope, it's going to turn right back on you. What I said is, if you have to fake your personality. See, I went through this before. I had a friend in 8th grade, and like, I don't know, it was like something about her vibe. Like, I knew that I didn't match the vibe, but I still wanted to be her friend. And it's like I had to like fake my personality. Like, I had to act bad, or I had to act like I'm one of them like stuck up type females to be her friend. And I knew that that wasn't right, but I still ended up doing it because, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to be her friend that bad. But now, honey, I'm not pressed to be nobody's friend. I ride by myself because I'm not following after nobody in order for them to like me. If you don't like me, they keep it going. I know as long as I love myself, then that's all that matters. I'm not about to be pressed to be somebody's friend. I do anything just to be their friend, because if you have to do anything to be somebody's friend, then that obviously shows already that they're fake, because you shouldn't have to fake your personality in order to be somebody's friend. Hey, y'all, the very last thing is if they exclude you from things, or if they act weird when they're around other friends. Like, for example, like, you can have like a friend and you be like, hey friend, I want to go out with a couple of females tonight, and they be like, oh, you going out with them? I thought we were supposed to hang out, or I thought we were supposed to do something. And you be like, no girl, I wanted to hang out with a few other people. And they get jealous, then they're not your real friend, because a real friend will be like, okay, hey, can I go with you? Can you ask them, is it okay? If they don't want to go, they just be like, okay, well, you have fun. But if they like get jealous or mad, then they're not your real friend. And then another example is if you with the friend and with the other friend that she doesn't know, and like she seems to act like super nice, like real different than how she usually acts, then she's fake. Because you're real, you'll act the same way as if you do with me. You wouldn't act different. You feel what I'm saying? So guys, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Advice from me is that never change yourself to be somebody's friend, or never settle for less. Always settle for what you want to settle for. Never settle for nobody who's going to treat you bad, who's going to be toxic to you, or anything like that. Like, please do not, because it will be very draining, and it will make you kind of like lose yourself. You gotta love yourself first before you love anybody else, because if you don't love yourself, nobody's going to love you. And if you don't love yourself, a lot of people is going to take advantage of you, and they're going to control you. That's why I'm saying keep your circle small, because a whole group of girls, a whole group of boys, like either way, if it's like a whole group of friends, it's not going to work. 9 times out of 10 it's going to break up, because I've been through it. I've been through this in the beginning of high school and in middle school. You can't have a group of friends. It would not work out. I advise y'all to only have 2 to 3 friends, maybe even 4 if they're real, but not a whole bunch of group of friends, because people these days, they're not real. And it's sad to say it, but they're not. In order for y'all not to get hurt, you have to be careful who you end up being friends with. And I'm just saying that because I love all of you guys, and I don't want none of y'all to get hurt. And this is real facts that I'm telling you guys, because I've been through it, and I'm sure y'all been through it. But with fake friends, I can really write a whole book about them. If signs apply to some of your friends, then I think you should just cut them off before it gets even worse. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm giving you the advice right now, because you don't want to get hurt. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below some video ideas that you would like for me to do, and I'll most definitely do it. And you can also DM me on my Instagram and Nadio. It'll be down below on the screen and in the link in the description. Hope you guys stay safe. I love each and every one of y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.